Hey there, Smite fans, and welcome back to another prediction video. This one's covering the SCL Fall Split Week 4. So this is the Console League, with the Pro League taking a little hiatus until after LAN. We have a little bit of a lull in that content, but as it stands, there's still console games going on, and they're still pretty interesting. Some of the teams, not quite as good as some of the others, and it'll be obvious when you go through them and you see a little bit of their win-losses, and after I talk a little bit about them, you'll understand a little bit more about that. But going right into it, the first game on Monday is Eager versus Soar. So Eager sitting at 5-3 and Soar sitting at 3-5. Soar actually had a really good first week, and Eager had kind of a poor first week. And since that, they seem to have really kind of been kicking themselves back into shape. So while in the first week kind of could have gone either way, we see Eager get 2-0'd very early on. The next week they come back, they get a 2-0, and they're looking really strong. And then they come back the next week, and they get a 2-0, and they go 1-1 with Elevate. And everything for them is looking a lot better. Like, they kind of found where they wanted to sit. And that's where I think that Soar has been kind of finding some trouble. They haven't really found a good spot. They're sitting at 3-5 now. They started out relatively strong, but it have gotten a little bit weaker as time has gone on. They're not necessarily the weakest, but they're definitely not sitting at the top like they seemed to have been early on. As it stands with this one, because of the way Eager has been playing in the last couple weeks, I'm going to give this one as a 2-0 in favor of them. Soar may be able to come in and pull it as a split, but as it stands right now, I just feel like Eager was too strong for them to handle. For Eager versus Kingdom Esports, you can just look at Kingdom Esports' win-loss right now. 0-10. Eager at 5-3, and the fact that I'm pretty sure Kingdom is coming into this week with an entirely new roster, it's not looking good for them. They're not going to be able to do anything about this. Eager more than likely going to have an easy 2-0 in this set. They may be able to do something about it, but Eager being veterans here and a completely new roster coming in under Kingdom just isn't going to be able to take them down. For Most Wanted versus Soar, while Soar, again, isn't the bottom, they're definitely really strong. Most Wanted is sitting up at 8-2. Most Wanted is pretty high up there. Now, some of that is up against Kingdom when they had to forfeit their games, so 2 of those games you can take them down. But then they're still 6-2, and that's a very impressive score either way. They've been playing really well, they've been playing as a team, and they look very strong. Soar may be able to throw them out for maybe a little bit of a loop, but for the most part, Most Wanted going to be able to take this in a 2-0. And for Elevate versus Aware Gaming, now this one, I actually talked to Tiger. If you haven't seen her, she actually casts SCL, so me and her were talking about this. And she was saying that this one has, it's a 50-50 chance of going one of 2 ways. Personally, I think that Aware is going to be able to take this in a 2-0. Aware is pretty strong, they've been playing really well, but so is Elevate, and this is where her opinion comes in. She thinks more or less that this one could go as a split, and I agree, this one could definitely be a split. I just feel like it's a little bit more likely for Aware to be able to take this in a 2-0. I'm going to put it as a 2-0. You could put it either as a split or for a 2-0 in Aware. Elevate, not strong enough to take it as a 2-0, but they might be strong enough to take a game. Going into Europe for Tuesday, there will only be 2 games, and the first one will be Cyclone GG versus Retribution. Cyclone has been playing lights out. They do have 4 losses under their belts, but they also have those 6 wins. They've been playing really well. Retribution, not quite as much. They've been doing okay, but not okay enough to be anywhere near able to take down Cyclone GG. So right now, this one, more than likely going to be a 2-0 in favor of Cyclone GG. I just can't see Retribution being able to even take a game. And the last game of the week will be Team Rival versus Team Excellence. While Team Excellence has been doing a little bit better, they are sitting at 3rd place right now, above Retribution, but below Cyclone GG. Rival is sitting at 9-1, 1st place. This team is playing lights out. This team looks virtually unbeatable. The only game I think they've lost was to Cyclone GG. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, the only game they've lost has been to Cyclone GG, and it was a very, very close game. They could have won that if they had wanted. They're sitting at 9-1, so I honestly, even though Excellence sitting in that 3rd place spot definitely isn't the worst of the 4, is able to maybe put up something against Cyclone. Last week we saw them go 1-1. Against Rival, I just don't think they're going to have much of a chance, and I think they're going to get 2-0'd relatively easily. So as a quick recap for that, starting on Monday, the first 4 games we have Eager being able to take it 2-0 over SOAR. This could go as a split, but I feel like Eager has been showing themselves to be a little bit stronger. SOAR is definitely a strong team, but I feel like Eager is just a little bit ahead of them right now. For Eager versus Kingdom, Kingdom is just not at all a real team right now. They don't even make an impact. Eager is going to be able to take this in a relatively easy 2-0. They have a new roster on Kingdom right now. If they can come out with a surprise, like I will actually jump out of my chair if they even come close to winning. Eager, I feel, is just going to have a dominant performance. Most Wanted versus SOAR. Again, SOAR, not necessarily a bad team, but Most Wanted kind of showing themselves to be a very strong team sitting up at the top, and right now I feel like SOAR is not going to be strong enough to take a game, so 2-0 in favor of Most Wanted. And for Elevate versus Aware, it's kind of the same area, except for the fact that Elevate's slightly stronger in this scenario. Elevate has the chance to take a game. If you want to put this one as split, then you can. Personally, I feel like it's more likely to be a 2-0 for Aware, and that's what I'm going to go with. And in Europe, with the 2 games we have Retribution versus Cyclone GG. Cyclone GG just being a stronger team overall than Retribution. Retribution has a little bit of work to cut out for them before they can actually make an impact here in Europe. They might have a chance up against Excellence, but against Cyclone, it's just not going to happen, and it will be a 2-0. Rival versus Excellence, kind of the same deal. Excellence isn't the worst team in Europe, but Rival is just too strong for them, and Rival will be able to take that in a 2-0. So, once again, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. I know these are kind of short, but there are only 6 games in the week for the SCL, so not as much to talk about, not as meaty as the SPL, which we will be seeing you come back, hopefully, soon. As always, if this weekend you have nothing to watch, or you feel like watching something, you can watch on Saturday at twitch.tv/SmiteGame2. The Challengers Cup European, we're in the round robin stage, so the top 8 teams are playing each other. This will be the second week of the round robin stage. Some teams were able to go 3-0 last week, some teams were not. And again, on Sunday, it'll be me and Tiger casting together to go into the North American side of the Challengers Cup. It'll be really interesting. This week did get postponed just because there were a lot of server issues on Sunday, not able to play it, so hopefully next week things will be a little bit better. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're as interested in most of these scenes as I am. If you're looking for OPL predictions, if you're looking for anything that I haven't covered, you can tweet at me at Gormizer. I will put a link in the description. Or if you're looking for some, there are definitely many people I can recommend, and if you ask me on Twitter or on this video, I will point you in the direction that you need to go in order to say, you know, hey, I don't know much about the Oceanic scene. Here's Hugh Z. Hugh Z knows a lot about it because he casts them all the time. Things like that. But as always, you know, drop a follow if you want to. Subscribe. You'll see more videos exactly like this. But as it stands, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you next week in another prediction video.